Hello there and welcome to one of my first runs of the new Monster Train Last Divinity DLC. Thanks for watching. Also, another good point to kind of think about is not having a starting artifact didn't really do us any favors. I think Restore is the way to play this. Maybe Root Seeds. If the egg was on the main floor, yeah, if I dropped it down low, there probably would have been 8. But the problem is it's taking away all of the... Hello! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. The problem is, though, is it's taking away all of the... echoes, the candies, the Halloween candies. And so because of that, it would have just made our starter guide a little bit weaker. So I think you would have to grab a Spine Chief that like doesn't want the echoes to be on the floor. This is a really bizarre everything. But I'm interested. Have you seen any of this yet, Jimmy? Have you seen any of this stuff so far? Because it's weird. Oh no. Okay, I thought it bugged. So the first run, the artifacts completely bugged down on me. So we'll see how this works. It worked. Completely bug-free. This is a bug-free game. The chief that generates candies and feeds them to the egg. I think you're right. Let's do this. All right, Egg Daddy. We're going Spine Chief that generates the candies. What? When a card we consume is played, all cards gain +1 magic power for the rest of the battle. Super cool with our restores. Interesting, because we have Wildwood Saps as well, and then the Wurmkin have just like a ton of consume cards from what it seems. Or just friendly, it's gain +3. I think we should probably shoot for this consume. Plus it's a new thing, Notice Stone. So essentially I'm gonna give like a TLDR on the Wurmkin. They're weird. They combine the concepts of jammed from the Gungeon with this threat level and Umbra Frostbite, like Frostbite mechanics that are more for mobs than for like boss rush, because Frostbite's really good in a boss rush. I think this is more for mobs. Do I have anything that kills you guys? Not really. I don't need to make this any more complicated than it does. Notice Stone and Gift Form or something could be powerful. Yeah, I agree. Especially because if you're able to bring back, well, this one too, like Broken Memories as well. You can play a ton of consume cards like that. I think this might be an interesting set, because we can also, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's too early to tell. All right, so we're gonna reap you. So now our only source of reap is this guy, like that card specifically. So this will give us another candy, Train Stew for the collector, and then we just let it happen after that. Okay, so he died in the back to reap. I probably should like, let's give it like 2, because if you're trying to learn the mechanics, this is probably like chaos. So that's perfect. Don't have any consume spells, so I don't need to play this just yet. Extract 1 for 10 health is amazing. Yes, please. I would love that. Extract, and then we'll heal up. No one here has reap though, so they're just gonna take the 15 damage. Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna give a couple of like, throughout the discourse of this video, I'm gonna give a couple of quick like heads up on what's going on. So reap, this card applies a pseudo frostbite that scales with how many echoes you have, and the cards that are purple apply echoes to each floor. So think of echoes as like a permanent second currency that can be used per floor to either give your own units effects or to cause pain to the enemy through the form of reap. So this is reap, but because there's only one echo, he's only gaining 2 damage. But if I apply another one, now he's applying 2 echoes and 4 reap, which is like 8 damage, because each reap is 2 damage. So it's kind of wonky. But basically, these are being able to power, or these are powering this reap mechanic, which is weird, but it works. I think it works. So I'm really just want to kill him. And then the reason that guy was so spooky as a basic unit is because you can take these pack shards, which make random units in the back, like these random small units, much stronger than they normally would be. All right, so that was sweet. We have another one. And you can overcharge the echoes, by the way, which is like bonkers. We need you to be reaped. I probably should have reaped this guy, because that's the only way I can kill him. That was a misplay. It's okay, though. We'll kill him on the next floor, I think, with the reap. Yeah, so I'm going to speed up. And then I think you can use reap to obliterate flying bosses. I just haven't really gotten there yet. Infuse is what adds the crystals? Yeah, so any card that's infused has this crystal. So far, I've only seen them randomly. Like, I started with 3 restores, but then, like, my Wildwood Saps weren't. So I don't know if all starter cards are always infused. I feel like they probably are, because our torches were last time. And then, whenever you find cards, they will randomly be infused as well. So this is kind of hilarious. So I can sharded this guy, right? And then I could technically do this to apply another shard to the floor and, like, deal more damage. It was kind of dumb, but, like, you get the point. And then extract is like the opposite. It removes, and then it has some sort of positive effect. Okay, so I'm going to give him some reap. We'll do that. And then we'll infuse you. Then we'll... Boom. I get it. And then, yeah, these like randomly have infused. I don't know if maybe some cards are always infused or some cards have like a higher percentage to be, because the Wurmkin have just like chaotic effects. But the art is so good. Like, they're definitely the most, I think, stylish clan. Like the art designers had a good time with this. They definitely, I feel like this is like a pet project that they all kind of came to, where they're like, we're gonna make this super eldritch, you know, worm looking a stew in the end with a single. that's the way it needs to be. Just the stew's taken over. Return a spell card from the discard pile to your hand, apply infuse. Okay, so you can apply infuse to a random card. It's like a reform for spells. -1 energy and consume. Yeah, we'll take it. Because we have combos with consume cards, right? And then this is just much better because it's infused. So like some cards just become better, which is cool. Also, don't click on the Divine Temple right away. You will go to the side. So we do that. I grab one of these guys. You're new. Summon +10/+10 and 1 capacity per energy. So at the time of summoning, you could either be huge or not so huge, which is weird because you're like a flexible unit then. I could use you as a chump blocker, or I could just not fit you on the floor because you're too thick. Why not? We're doing weird stuff, right? I'll go quick on you, I guess. I don't know what else to do. Might as well. Then we'll make you huge. Oh, that's not. Screw it. We'll just go all in. And then you can get stuff for going to the temple. Oh, so I guess that's random. Because last time I had it on like the 3rd or 4th floor. I assumed that it would be on the same floor as the Dark Forge, but it's not always. So you can get boons, which are money. You can get artifacts, which are artifacts, but then it makes all of your run harder. Or you can go with this, which is just chaos. And you basically can sacrifice a unit, their essence. They all have souls now, and we can sacrifice them. This game is insane. And so now our kin host Carapace has the soul of a train steward, which if I was using the mod that threw like the developers' faces onto the train steward, I might have kind of a harder time doing this. But you know, and then I'm gonna grab this because I hate this run. It's gonna make everything just way more over the top. I don't need this one. So it's like optional abilities that I can take. Which having you at this beginning makes absolutely no sense. Having you wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd rather you not be. I don't really need the infused on anything, or the intrinsic on anything. Maybe a sharded, but sharded. All right, I never want to say that again. Let's just move on. Threat level is already extreme. Extreme stuff. Man, I wish I remember Like the old Halo days. Like I feel like everyone could do the old Halo voice. So like yeah, the monster truck announcer voice. My mind goes to the Halo version of that, but yeah, exactly. You guys being hasted really ruining my day, huh? I think we'll go Spine Chief up top then. 'Cause we'll just make you like let you scale kind of on your own. Should you be a raid boss then? I think you should. So in order to make you a raid boss, let's put as many charge echoes down here as possible. So here, have a heal. And then... Oh, nothing special happens if there's echoes up here. Like, you don't have any sort of effect that triggers off of these echoes. So just because you're putting echoes in this floor doesn't really mean anything unless you have someone that's like using them. I guess the reap will work as well, but I really want to apply reap down low so that they kind of like experience the reap all throughout. But what I think I'm gonna do is charge the echoes up and then not have enough energy to play the characters. Alright, well, you know how it goes. I'm gonna put you there because you're gonna get murdered by clergymen here in a few seconds. Alright, you need to die somehow. How can I make you die? A reap will work to kill you. 11 is fine, that's doable. We don't have any consume cards just yet that have been used. I guess Wildwood Sap could be used, and then whenever you get used, everything gains magic power for the rest of the battle, so it'd be a good idea to consume right away. No, none of you guys have magic power anyway. So let's just consume. Cool. It gained magic power, not that it matters. We'll make you big. I will reap. Ugh, I should reap this guy. He's spooky. I think we reap this guy, and this is how we kill him. So because I played that and it had, I don't know why it applied so many. Oh, because we have 3 echoes because there were already 2 there. So now that he has enough reap to kill him, there's like 2 math variables there. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be a lot. Just do it down here. And then honestly, bring me back my steel enhancer? No, because I don't want it to be consumed. Give me back my restore. Bring me back my sharded. And then we kill you with it. I like this. I like this combo. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing where it comes together now. I didn't also realize that Notice Stone gives all cards +1 magic power. So you can scale this bad boy up by using consumes like crazy and then basically just trying to like hold over Return Soul as an enabler for all of the consume cards. And turning off the automatic. No way. You're just, I mean, at that point you're just gambling. Like there's not even a function to it. I was really hoping that I was going to be able to play this guy down here, but it looks like he's probably not going to be playable, so I might try to squeeze him in here. So here's what I'm thinking. We actually try to build as many echoes as possible on this floor. It doesn't really matter how many echoes are here because he's not scaling off of them. So ideally we can just get as much echo here as possible, and then the steward. I can't get you to die. You're gonna be taking out the capacity. Why does it never work? Why does this never work? I'll take you just to kill this guy in the back. Boom. Wait, that's not what? Huh? I don't know. Let's just go with it. Just run with it. I don't know what happened. Oh, you're so big. Why are you huge? Am I crazy? He's not normally that big, right? It's like the we have a Hulk kind of thing. All right, so I'm gonna throw this on you to get rid of him in the back. I think it might be a good idea to definitely to play Return Soul. I think we extract and make our boss bigger, and then does it make more sense to put Reap on this guy because we're gonna have a ton of echoes here? Hey, he seems extra beefy, right? I guess maybe it's the pack shards. We're like feeding him with the pack shards. I think we apply it to the boss because I want to see how much damage it'll do. I think it'll do... Oh, it'll deal 10 damage because that's how much it deals to this guy. So not very much. Might be best just spent on the little guy. Yes. Yeah, I think the math works out better. And because it's consumed, everything gained magic power, and we can do it again. And we can do it to you now. Oh, okay, and now we have 8 Reap, and because we have 8 Reap, it's dealing 16 damage. So if I would have applied all 3 of those Reap stacks to him instead of applying it to the whole floor, or if I would have had any units there that applied Reap, we could have basically scaled this up to be like 6 or 8 damage per stack. So if I would have gotten 6 stacks on him, like that would have been a nice little chunk of damage. So I see the point. Not worthless. I'm gonna throw you out there so you're not coming up to haunt me later on whenever my deck is being re-rolled. Yeah, I gotta survive this. Okay, so you need to be added to the floor. When you're summoned, you get bigger. You can fit though, because you don't get the capacity changes until you land. My man, you're more useful than I thought you were. Okay, but I want this to be you could have been, if I could have shoved you on that 8 floor earlier, you would be massive. Okay, let's go. So I want to get this guy, I want to get as many echoes as possible, which it looks like 4. Unfortunately, I don't have as many of them as I did last time. But I also want to make sure that I have 2 energy, which is unfortunate. I have to make sure I have 2 energy, because if I play both of these guys, I'd be just stuck. It might make more sense then to throw you on this floor, because I can get both of these to 3, or I can get this one to 4. But I would have to Steel Enhancer the Train Steward if I wanted to get it to 4 before I dropped him down. And I would rather Steel Enhancer the Spine Chief. So let's do this, and then we play you, and then you grow. Like one of those little sea monkeys you stick in a water bowl as a little kid, and he just blows up to fill the size of his charged echoes. Okay, so now he's big, and he's spooky, and he's quick, and he scales based on how many echoes I throw down. We can make this work. We can make this work. I see how the chaos is going to start happening. Do you make cards cheaper? You do. Okay. I'm not going to extract. That'd be crazy. Let's do this. A Chia Pet, exactly. You know what's hilarious? Oh, I don't think I have it in here. My little sister was joking with my family that we somehow like missed the Chia Pet craze, you know, like everyone had Chia Pet, right? And so my mom took that as like an instant, we need to get a Chia Pet for everybody. And so my entire family received Chia Pets for the first time this year. So now I have a Bob Ross bust that I get to add as a Chia Pet to my setup somewhere in the house. I don't really know where, but Bounding Echoes might work because it's consumed and it's going to make everything. Yeah, I love it, right? It's going to add. It's going to add infused to everything, but the problem is I don't really have that many cards that aren't infused. I guess just the Train Stews. I actually think that like this Shard Trap might be better. It's going to be kind of Glimmer-esque or Vint-esque. Sting. If I could make you infused, that'd be sweet. If there's an artifact that would drop infused on like a random card every turn, kind of like a Permafrost or something like that, I think that'd be where you could really see some value. Because cards just like their inherent value just changes so much whenever you drop infused onto them. Like the Steel Enhancer is now just way better than it used to be. Like there's some cool stuff here, and it's gonna take a long time to unpack. A new cavern event. You sense an overwhelming presence pulse through. What? You sense an overwhelming presence pulse through. Oh, well, just like in general. Like a booming power stretching through all of existence. The understanding eludes me for why one with such little power as yourself continues to fight for a world that has already been condemned to die. Divinities created this world, not for you, never for you, but for us. It was a game for the child to judge souls as good or as evil. We did not care for this lowly path, but the creation of this world took less than a breath. Time was my domain, and life was the mother's. Divine presence vanishes, some lingering power left behind in its wake, and we'll take a a divine artifact. So these are typical artifacts. They're all pretty basic. None of these are like super overpowered. But whenever you add this divine to it, when you play the third card of the turn, draw 2, remove 1 after battle. Remove after 1 battle. Oh, so it's like a temporary, okay, lingering power. That makes more sense. So it's not as overpowered as I was thinking it was going to be. I saw this like +6 and I got excited. I think this Pyre Wall is interesting, like if you're on a Cub 25 run or if you're on a like a daily challenge or something like that, because then you can basically guarantee yourself, yeah, double effect. You can basically guarantee yourself like the ability to take the trials. But then I think Winged Steel is just going to be better for our deck in general. So like I like the concept of temporary survivability or temporary buffs, but I don't think that that was the coolest one. Like I think there's probably some better ones in there that we're gonna find at some point. I need to make Return Soul happen as often as possible. So as much as I want like spooky Wurmkin units, I think we really need to find a. Yeah, I really think we need to go Merchant of Magic. Plus, like, we'll get Awoken unit. Pretty solid, right? I have no money. We can fix that for a cost. Now we have money. Is it worth the reroll right off the bat? I like these cards being cheap because I like playing them almost anytime I can. How much money will I have? I'll have 220, then I reroll 150. Yeah, we should be fine. Small math. I can do that kind of math. Hold over. How does he keep getting away with it? Return Soul is going to be fantastic, I think. If this doesn't work, actually, if it doesn't work, it's just kind of like what we're expecting. So, to be honest, I think maybe we just make all these guys cheap. Just keep making them cheap. Because there's nothing else we can really do. Another Concealed Caverns. Let's give me another one. Give me another one. No, we've seen this before. I wonder if the old cavern events are updated with Wurmkin stuff. Like, I wonder if you can get a Wurmkin Consume card. Because that, I feel like they don't really fit with any other clan. They kind of do their own thing, you know? Okay. If you insist. I will take your finest Husk Hermit. Because I think I could use a basic sweeper. And maybe we can infuse something with sweep. I'm willing to bet that once you've infused once, you can't do it twice. Because like they have this little effect here. Like I doubt you could just keep stacking infuses. And also the infuse is, yeah, thick is right. The infuse is gonna pop up 2 more times. So maybe we should try to collect units. Like we definitely want a Wurmkin unit on this next one, and then maybe we can throw. You don't add sweep. You just add a bunch of health and damage. So you're like barely better than a trained steward for your unit essence. That's kind of interesting. I really expected you to be sweep, but I guess maybe that could make too many units overpowered. Because if you could make like, I don't know, like a bounty hunter sweep or something. If you could make like a Legion of Wax that's already been upgraded 2 times sweep. Like all right, I can't have it all. I understand where you're coming from. I don't like it, all right? But I get it. So, we're not really using the chief. Not really. He's gonna die down here, so I actually don't want to play him down there. It is nice to not get messed over by the floor capacity. I think we just hail to the chief in the middle floor, and then we will... I want to clear some of these guys out before I start playing everything. So I think you go there. Honestly, if I dropped a Husk Hermit down here, he would just die because this guy is so stinking strong. I don't know that I play the Husk Hermit, or maybe I throw you there, and then we just try to build... No, because then you can't build echoes for the... What I really want to happen is get this Carapace down with like an absurd amount of echoes. That's the idea. But it's not looking like it's going to be that easy. I think we do this. Forget that we have the artifact. Draw our second banner unit, and then not be able to play it. I think that's the point. Visible suffering. To be fair, I only have it for 1 turn, so you know, it's not like we didn't know. The cool thing is, I think I can play 3 cards without actually being like super concerned about what I draw next turn. Because like nothing I draw next turn is going to be that expensive. So let's do this. Everyone's dead. I would like to consume you for sure. I would love to. This card being like Broken Memories and Return Soul both feel like they have the same effect to me. I know they don't, but they feel like they have the same effect to me. This one returns a random spell, so it's like random reform. And then this one is, it's like molded. Honestly, we have random reform and molded just for spells. It's basically the same concept. You guys don't need to be reaped. Let's reap this boy. How you feel about that, huh? I think this is gonna be a good play because it is continuously upgrading our restored health. Plus, we'll get a next turn. Maybe some regen. Build up the amount of echoes. The echoes on this floor should be pretty much maxed at all times, which means I can drop our big eggy boy behind him. Or not eggy boy. You're not eggy anymore. I do want the egg, but there was a unit that was like a scaling egg, and so we took this chieftain upgrade to kind of like hope that we got the egg, because I just want to hatch an egg. Like that's all I want to do today. And so far I haven't gotten it, but that's okay. I need to play 3 cards because I need something to save me from this explosive. So let's go this. More echoes. More echoes. And then we're saved by the Return Soul. Okay. So Return Soul Holdover is kind of like the game plan here. We need this to start pulling back consume cards. The problem is I don't have that many consume cards. So what I'm thinking, because it's a spell card from the discard pile to your hand, I'm thinking we play Shard Trap, and then we use Return Soul to bring Shard Trap back from the dead, and then we can use Shard Trap to just keep playing Reap. Because ideally, we're going to basically have one spell card that we can play every single turn that will be consumed, which will boost our magic power of every spell in our deck, and we'll just apply whatever it is on the card. So I think like a Glimmer, like a super overpowered Glimmer would be solid, or like a super good Vent. I mean, there's all manner of cards that I think you could break with Return Soul. So I'm cool with this. Let's try this combo out. The problem though is like the Reap doesn't scale very well. Reap feels like it's kind of weak to start. So I want to bring this guy back. Yeah, big brain deck. No, there's like my brain melts during Little Fade decks. So I can only imagine what this looks like. But like it can be done. We have the technology to survive this. That's a great question. Does Reap degrade like Frostbite Turn? It does not, which is cool. But I don't know if it makes it better than Frostbite, if that makes sense. So like right now we're doing 32 damage, right? Because we have Reap 4. Basically, think of it as like each one of these does 2 damage times 4. So like 8 times 2 times 4, which is too much math because there's too many variables in here. But if you're able to do all that math, and if you're willing to sit through it, most of the time I'm not, it's all gonna go, it's gonna be cut in half next turn because you can't get over 4 echoes. So we need to stack more Reap on this guy, but it's hard to do. So I guess unless you have the Spine Chief that's like specifically going Reap, it's really not your main like damage source like Frostbite can be. Like Frostbite can carry a run by itself. I don't think Reap's really meant to do that. I think Reap is much more... Okay, this is gonna be a big brain turn. So, restore. I need cheaper cards. I need way more cheaper cards that have Infuse so that I can overpower this floor and then dump our big, massive... Like, this guy is so big. He's so broken. I don't want to play this because I want to be able to have the 2 energy to play you. So, Return Soul. Throw me back a random restore card. Sure, we'll take it. You're gonna add another echo to the floor. You're gonna add another echo to the floor. We need just call them candies. Call them what they are. And then now we get our massive. Yes. Oh, I love this. All right. This is solid. I see no problems. I see no flaws with this deck whatsoever. Honestly, the Chieftain's job is done. Like, his whole job was to get this boy out on the field. You know, like, the whole point was to get this massive carapace out. It's beautiful. It is. It really is gorgeous. And we got him this big through a couple of random events, but also through, like, sheer just dumb luck. So let's give as much reap as we can to him. It really doesn't matter where I put the infused cards from here on out, because I don't really have anything that interacts with it other than reap. And Daedalus is going to be taking that damage, like, everywhere, and it doesn't scale, like, linearly, if that makes sense. Or it scales linearly, so it's best just to, like, throw it wherever if you don't have anything that directly scales. Well, it's really up to you. Oh, you scale, because I gave you Bog Mist. You got the mist. Do that. I'm gonna make you big. Oh, that actually weakened you, but it's fine. It's a temporary weakness. I'll give you that. We'll do one of those. And we'll throw you down there. Okay. So it's kind of all over the place, but things are working. I mean, we only have single target damage right now. So that's a little bit of a kind of like a problem, but we are able to build up quite a bit of echoes in a relatively short amount of time to get him as strong. Oh, baby. Don't forget that I have this temporary artifact, which is fantastic. Give you more. Let's give you more. We will make you larger, I think. Oh, and this card being infused is sweet because now it pays for itself, which is awesome. I should do that more often, actually. Too many rare candies. Yeah, exactly. He's leveled up unnaturally. His EVs are just totally whack. I wish I was better at poke crafting. I feel like my tendencies to play Pokemon games. I'm just playing Pokemon. My tendencies to play those games. I always get too overpowered, so I have to limit myself, which a lot of people do, right? Because Pokemon is just, it takes a lot of you play it however you want, is what I'm trying to say. People play Nuzlocke and all sorts of things, and so I always try to toss my starter, do a semi Nuzlocke, but I can't let them go when they die. That's way too hard. I can't do that. Can't do that. The Anthrowolf. Hello, welcome in. We are checking out the DLC. Hopefully, have you seen it before? Is this your first time taking a look at it? Because it is weird, and we're learning that pretty quickly. Symphony of the Soul. What? Okay, so because you double buffs and armor on a unit, you could be insane with a rage deck or a spikes or basically anything, any sort of buffs. But the Extract 5 is a huge cost, and we cannot afford that because we really need all of our candies to get this huge lad out here. Yeah, the Anthrowolf. Look at my boy. He's very special. He's very special to me. He's been carefully crafted to be absolutely massive. Oh, thank you. No, that's super exciting. I appreciate that. This is the first time I've ever tried to do a Twitch thing, so kind of that blows me away. Thank you very much. You apply spikes now. That's right. Cycle of Life got better. I still don't think I need it because it's too expensive, but what can we do here? Okay, we already have a Carapace, and if we're gonna have another one, I think we should just dupe the one we have. We probably need another floor guy, another floor setup. First of Kin could be good because I think he can kind of hold down a floor by himself, and it looks like he gets strong, and he'll be a perfect place to play down our consumed cards. Yeah. Okay. I like this, and I think we go Ember because Ember seems to be the restriction a lot of the time. So yeah, no, that guy's amazing. I the combination of events that happened to play him. So I gave him Quick and Heartstone, and then Echo Stone came from the store, and that's because I have Firestone housing, and then Heartstone came from a chamber event. So we just got stupidly lucky, and now we're gonna get 2 of them. It's all coming together. Exactly. It costs. Oh no, Shiny Shoe, don't do that to me. Does it only cost that to dupe him because he's so special? Because he's been No, yeah, okay, so it's not infused cards, and it's not just, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I understand what they're trying to do. I get it. But you know what? I accept your challenge. I think this is fine. Am I throwing away this run? Am I gonna throw away this run? You can't do 2 runs, right? Can't make it through 1. So if you haven't seen this yet, this is totally weird. you can basically take an essence and slap it into a unit, and this bad boy can fit so many upgrades in him. But the thing is that your etch ability, would that go better on the Husk Hermit? Because I would much rather play the Husk Hermit most of the time, because we have sweep, and like your 25 damage is nice, but 4 consume cards, and this guy's bigger. Plus I can upgrade him, and he's smaller, and he's cost 1. Like I think Husk. Here's what I'm doing. We're sacrificing the first of kin, which now that I think about it would be like your brother. So Husk Hermit is now going to be special. He's now going to be infused with the soul of that one dude. Upgrade a spell with 10 magic power. Piercing. Every time I think that I understand how overpowered this is, they just... Piercing. Piercing restore. Why not? Alright, I think we're good, actually. It looks like none of these are going to be super applicable to what we're doing, so... I like where we are, but I don't really need that. You being multi-strike means we get more candies, get more rare candies, or friendly units get stronger per candy. We're not really playing that many friendly units on a floor, so we're not really taking advantage of this. I think maybe just building candies faster is a good idea. It's not super crazy, but we are at 90 pack shards, which just terrifies me, because I think you have to be at 100 to hit the final boss, and I have not seen the final boss yet, but I know he's spooky. So let's go middle floor. That seemed to work out for us last time. Middle floor, and then maybe like the sweet boy down here. You won't die, right? Nah, you won't die. Whenever we smash souls together, yeah, there needs to be like a sound effect that the sound effect that really drives home how like kind of morbid that is. So Spine Chief, you definitely get thrown in. Husk Hermit, you are now kind of cool. Trains to absorb that damage for me. My most insane game was last night. Managed to get Artifact that fills your middle floor with 3 Consumer Crowns. Yes, yes. The demons get multi-strike Artifact. That is so much fun. Like you, that is really good luck. Those are the runs that like just pull you into this game, because they're very, very good. And the cool thing about Monster Train is like they're more common than you would expect. I feel like the game really like hands you those nice runs every now and then, because it knows you need them. It knows you need them. Sketches of Salvation is fun too. You can lose a run on Sketches of Salvation pretty easily though. So to be able to win with that is sick, because you saw the Consumer Crowns and knew what to do. Restore is not really the priority here, but I really need to get Reap on this guy, I think. He's terrifying. So I think we're just gonna let him wail away at the pyre. I don't really have much like control over what this guy's doing. And you getting double strike will help with the Carapace later. So let's just go here. I will give this to you because you're multi-strike. Ah, the armor. Every time. That's perfect. And then now you have Etch as well, so you want this. Yes. And then I don't need to play you just yet. We're saving you for near the end, because I'd like to get at least 3 to 4 built up before I throw him down. Sharded is good for... They really should have called this something different. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's a good concept, but I can't say sharded without at least a mild chuckle. Alright, let's throw it on this guy because he's super spooky. Honestly, I don't really care where these are going right now, because I'm gonna play our Carapace. Oh, we have 2 of them, so I'm gonna ideally play them on both floors. And then you get a regen that's super filling, and you get a small regen. Okay. I didn't do the math on that one. I just knew he was big and that he had lots of damage. I think I probably need to thin the deck a little bit. It seems like I have maybe too many shardeds, because I'm not able to scale up quick enough. So there might be a situation here where I need to like really put together like a quicker pace on these guys. This is spooky, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do No, we can give you damage. You're dead, although I'd rather you die at the beginning of the turn, but I don't have anything that'll let me do that. So I'd rather give you sharded, give you more sharded, and then I will consume, and that's going to give me a random consume spell, which I will use again, which is going to make everything bigger, and put it on top of the draw pile because that's not the card that I was thinking it was. That's okay. Did I just die? Okay. I might have just died. So Kinhost, Carapace, we're not on Covenant rank that dazes everybody. Oh, we're gonna be fine. There was a concept that I thought that, or there was a second here where I thought that I was dead. I think we can save this. So if we're gonna have to like emergency pull the escape cord, but I think we'll be okay. So we can sharded you. I need to get as many of them as possible and then keep 2 energy. So let's do this. We will sharded you again, and then we'll play you. You're not quite big enough to kill him, but you're big enough to like discourage him from killing our fire. And then this will help. So actually, Spine Chief, you're gonna have to be the location of the next one, because I think you're gonna make the second one much stronger than this guy is. So I need to keep an eye out for there. So I'm not really concerned about you anymore. I want you to live as much as possible. I know you're living. All right, 17 health. We've won with less. We need to get you 2 points stronger, huh? How about that? Oh. All right. Well, we tried. I don't want to play any more spells up here then, because I'm giving myself tiny little amounts of damage and I'm just helping him. So I'm just gonna let you deal 4 damage to my fire. As much as I hate saying that out loud. Restore? Give me more? You can get bigger. We will soul here. I think this is a good play. No. Yeah, this is a good play. Or this is a good play. This is the better play. No, Echo Infusion. Man, I really should have made Kinhost multi-strike. Didn't really consider how much I wanted it to be, or how like big I wanted him to be. I'd rather you go down, because that is what determines your attack, and then now I can use this. So even though I took away some attack, it's still for the best, I think. Okay. So we're gonna live through this section, but not by much. No, Jimmy, I totally agree. The visual effects are like superb. They've done such a good job with the way that this is played. I'm only scaling this, but that doesn't really matter, I guess. Consume cards really don't matter because it's not permanently, it's just for the rest of this battle. Okay. 3 new cards, as if my brain wasn't melted enough. Extract 3, we're not really worried about extracts. Applying melee weakness though is insane. We get to apply melee weakness? Look at me. I'm the Seraph now. Power of Knowledge. Deal 2 damage for each spell in the consume pile. I'm so excited that I can apply melee weakness. I'm using that. I'm using this. I think Reap 13 would be pretty absurd too, though. I think melee weakness is going to maybe save us more times than Soul Cripple will. But Soul Cripple, I'm going to be able to play more often, so everything I just said didn't make any sense. Deal 20 damage for each spell in the consume pile, which is really good because we have a ton of consume spells. And you're infused. And I'm taking you. Alright, so I've deliberated on all 3 of them, and I decided on the one that I didn't want. Or not didn't want, but like thought I would get the least. Custodian, you're amazing now. Right? Like, aren't you good? Yes, but also I could make my sweeper quick, which would save me a lot of damage, because it seems to be that a lot of the heavy duty guys are low health. I think we go Wildwood Tome. I might regret that, but it's also a consume spell, so we're just kind of like building as many as we can. Divine Artifacts are sweet. We basically get a free artifact that we can use for 1 turn. I don't know to what extent the rarity of these artifacts can be. That's like kind of one weird thing. Units cost -4, remove after 1 battle, friendlies get +6, or apply Dazed. I think we have to go Dazed. Really, all of these other ones we're probably fine with. Units costing -4 would make our carapaces? Carapaces? Carapi? Would make them much stronger. But I don't know that... Because we're going to be able to play them for free and then be able to throw out a few more echoes before we play them, but I don't know that that's, like, needed. We'll do it. We'll do it. It'll make it much more likely to get them out. Sorry if random stuff just came in the background. Merchant of Steel, Unstable Vortex. We need to get this deck thinner, contrary to me taking all of these cards. So, Stews, you have got to go. My friends. My friends. Multi-strike. Alright. I'll take it. You can just lock down your own floor. I like that. You'll be completely capable of keeping things under wraps. I think we actually need to get rid of the shard that's not in alignment with all the other ones. Train Stew, you just need to go. Like, we're at 75 gold. We're playing super low covenants. Low covenants are just purge everything. Like, the artifact for +15. You can go over 10, and I've already clicked it, so I have to take it. Oh no. Oh no. I don't mind it, I guess, but like the 13 health is a little spooky, because I would like to finish this run. At the start of the turn, the front friendly unit on each floor gains +5. I might be flying a little bit too close to the sun here, but I think Mark of an Exile is going to be better because we can play him on the bottom floor now, like completely free, and I think that's a good idea. No, not taking the worst one in the game. That's blasphemous. That's crazy. It's crazy. Sorry, I had to claim my bonus on someone else's stream that I'm watching. A friend of mine that's also streaming. Spine Chief is going to scale up our carapaces. They were born in July. I don't actually know what date that is. Spine Chief, though, has to be played many turns before you, so these two both don't work at the same time. I definitely want you on the first floor. You are massive. Because I can do this. Look at that. I think I just need to sharded you. Yes. Deal when moving up floors is... Oh, it's just brutal. There's no forgiveness on heal when moving up floors. Like, you have to have just absurd amounts of damage to be able to overcome that one. I don't know how you... I mean, like, a Covenant rank 25, I will very, very rarely take it. Even lower Covenants, I just won't touch it. Spikes is another brutal one. Okay, so I think I can drop all 3 of these spells and then throw down the Carapace, and this guy's going to be big. He's only going to be like a 3 cost, but I really need to kill this light, or at least get him down below like 20. So I want to do this. This. Man, I wish that did more damage. 20 plus 1 is not that much. You do 20 damage for each spell in the consume pile, and I didn't have any other consumes. That's unfortunate. So I don't think you're going to be big enough. Close, but no dice. And I don't want to remove because that's going to drop your damage down a little bit. I will remove from here though, because you don't care how many echoes are down there, so not bad there. Okay, we need to kill this Iron Giant up top. Unfortunately, he is beefy. He's gonna do 5 damage, which means I have 8, which gives me like no leeway. So I need to find ways to echo you. You already have 2 Reap, but you're not taking any damage because there's no echoes. If I give you 4 Reap, how much damage you taking? More than that? Sure. That's what I need. All right, 4 damage. Cool. Because you only have 1 echo. So I will do this as well. Give me a card that has echoes. Give me the... Yeah. Give me Power Knowledge. Power Knowledge is going to be great because more consume cards makes this card much better. I'm going to use consume cards down here because they work best on this guy. No. Yes. Not enough because I have to extract, of course. Of course. And then we could just kill you with this outright because it's 60 times 3 damage. My brain. It's struggling. But we're getting there. How about that? So 3 damage for this, that's a pretty solid trade-off. Like, I'll take that. So far the Wurmkin are completely about trade-offs. Like, your math, I actually don't think is that big of a deal. I think you really could probably like disregard how much how much damage Reap is doing and just kind of just toss it out there. Similar to Frostbite, right? You don't like do the math on Frostbite too hard. You can kind of just do it. I think the difference is going to be the risk reward is so pronounced. Like, it is so forefront. And I need to apply this to everybody here. So let's do this. I need to do Shard Trap. I want to make sure that this guy drops because, or someone drops here. So we're going to, hold on. You return a spell card from the discard pile, which I would like to be this card. You return a consume spell to the top of my pile, which it was going to be one of these 4. Unfortunately, I can't pick which of those 4 it will be. So I'm actually going to die. I'm actually dead. Because we can play this. I want it to be this card, right? But the problem is it's going to go into the discard pile, or it's going to go into the draw pile instead of the discard pile, which is where I need things. So I can throw that down, but then the return soul is not going to be able to pluck it out of the deck. So I do want to use it eventually, though, so I think it's a better play. I think what I need now, honestly, is there anything I can do to drop you? I guess it has to be just Reap. That's unfortunate. So we're gonna have some problems. Hopefully I can draw the Carapace next turn. So let's do this to make that 4 candies, 4 rare candies. Rare candies for everybody. Everybody gets a rare candy. And then Sharded, I need you because I need you to apply it to him because he's the spooky guy in this room. And so everybody's taking 7, that's fine. I don't really care what's going on down here. I need Master Applied to death. He is massive, and he's spooky, and I have almost no Pyre health. Okay. We drew it next turn, which is exactly what I needed. And now, you're dead. You're dead. We knew this would happen. So it's not just Return Soul that I need, but also Broken Memories. I need to make Broken Memories not consumed, because with these 3 cards, with Power of Knowledge, Broken Memories, and Return Soul, you could just like, it's not an infinite combo, but it's a pretty solid combo of being able to just apply it over and over and over again. And I think that's really powerful. So we're gonna play this. We're just gonna give it to you. Why not? Congratulations. And then you can't absorb anything. Thank you. All right, so we are gonna beat the boss. Sweet boss though means I probably should have been focusing a little bit more on Kinhost's health, so I'm gonna do that. But first, is there any room? There's no room. Of course not. Never any room. The good thing is that these candies don't degrade, so I can just throw you there. Like, I might as well. Actually, how about this? Boom. Boom. Give me Shard Trap, play it again, and then unleash the Kraken. And so now he's big. And so now we're able to kind of like play him at his full 8 strength or 7 strength or whatever it may be. And then Reap for you, because why not? Some Reap for you. So we burn the lifesteal, which is like the biggest thing you have to worry about with this guy, is that he just actually heals. Also, Kinhost is just absurdly strong. So respect the X, and we're just gonna drop him. The unfortunate part about Reap is that it doesn't play at the end of a round of combat. It plays like the entire floor. So Reap is not super effective against bosses, which is unfortunate. I don't know if I pulled out of that. That was ridiculous. 105. We're only on ring 5. It's gonna get worse, and I'm gonna be able to play this, which is sweet. Yes, give me that. Is this good? Are you good? I don't know that you are, actually. Because my deck is kind of full, and also I have a lot of like actual heals, but I guess the energy or the we'll take it. We'll take it. Like it's a free infused, which I feel like infused is a weird way to call that. Like I can't really refer to it. I can't be like it's a free infuse. It's awkward. But that's okay because this deck is overpowered, and that's what I'm worried about. Is that I took too many shards. We might have sharded too many times. We're gonna go here. We're gonna grab the vortex. I think we have to toss restores. I think we should toss. We should probably toss something else. I just don't know what it might be. I think maybe an echo. If anything. No, I'm content with this. I'm content with keeping the deck the way it is. And I do want to look in here because, okay, hold over. I wanted to look in here because I would have liked a remove consume for our, this guy. But if I can, the thing is I can't build 3 force contamination. Like I can't actually build 3 echoes every turn. So having this guy on holdover is just going to be bad. But why break old combos, right? Like Ingraft holdover is fantastic, and it's going to be infusing every turn. So sure, we can't argue with that. Deal 20 damage plus some damage. Sure, we like that. We like to see it. And I don't have any more monies. I don't think that I want to touch this. Like my pack shards is at 100 in the beginning of the run. I think that if you were to play this a little bit more tactically and not just like going chaotic on basically all of the upgrades, if you were to play it tactically, I think you would maybe throw down less shards in the early parts of the run, and then go heavier on them later. Just maybe a thought, but I have not done that, and so I might be suffering for it. You go there. I think we have a good setup though. I like the way this is playing out. Unfortunately, you're not going to be free this turn because we did lose our thing, so that's a bad. But we can get you to deal some reap to everybody. 12 damage just for your 2 hits plus the reap. You don't need to be played. And then boom. And I could play that Carapace down low as like a flexible card, so it could be like a super cheap, unit just to get out on the floor. But purple crystals? You're right. I do have my I have plenty of purple crystals. We have those. Don't worry. So I'm gonna drop him as soon as possible because I think this guy is going to kill me, which is scary. I might die immediately. Actually, we might be dead. We might just be dead. If I can get massive one of you and then give you quick, will that change anything? No. This guy's gonna live no matter what. I don't know that we can beat this Guardian. We really need Force Contamination or Knowledge to come up, so I'd like to have a lot of Consume cards in the pile. I also would like you to be quick, because that would save you 8 damage and then a couple damage there. So this will save you. So this is necessary. This is necessary. I need the 2 energy. I'll have them. I'll take the 2 energy. We'll be able to do this, then this. Then 2 reap. I think 2 reap's better than 1 in this scenario. We'll apply them both to you. And then boom. Unfortunately, still not enough, but 70 is a pretty promising because we are gonna live, but like let's do a quick little investigation here. Yeah, there's some pyro remains. We need that. We need that very badly. Power of Knowledge I can do. It's targeted. Once again, you have come to my aid. Once again, you've completely shown that you support the cause. All right, so melee weakness on Bell. How do we feel about it? Like, and melee weakness 3 too. I should add. Like, that's a pretty hefty chunk. I think if we could maybe like, I don't care about your armor. Get that out of here. We'll throw you another consume because then you get a little bit stronger as well, and you're gonna be able to drop these guys. I need you to just take enough off the top that I can clean them out here. And like 80 is a pretty pretty solid way to clean him out. I also could maybe swat Fel. I don't want to do the math on it, but if I could kill this guy with the power of knowledge and then swat you with swat you with the melee weakness, that would be absurd. But I don't think that I have, like 80 times 3, obviously we're not going to be high enough, but like I feel like there's probably some sort of math that could be done there. If you had a big enough unit, like melee weakness is going to allow you to swat way more often. So we're going to want to use this. We're going to want to apply this to Fel. I think it has to go to Fel. I don't need to apply this on this floor, so let's go here. Yeah, you get the slight trigger. Let's go here. As I was saying about that melee weakness, hold on. 60 times 13 damage. I don't think we're actually going to kill that guy, so it's not worth it. Let's go Force Contamination. The problem is he's quick, so we're only getting the 15 damage on Fel, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish that I had made him quick at some point, because then, you know, we drop, but we're going to do this. How did that make you weaker? How, what? What? You take 7 times damage. Aren't you taking 15? 68, 15. Oh, you're not taking damage at all because now... Okay, this is actually perfect because you're going to keep your melee weakness. And you're not going to die. That's fine. So he got enough armor to protect Fel, but I think that's okay. Because that means he's still going to take the 15 from this Husk Hermit, and that'll do 129. That's fine. We'll take it. I would much rather have had the Kin Host like knock out the melee weakness part of it, but we're not going to get that. So, spell card from the discard pile means Power of Knowledge comes back and it drops this boy. You are my favorite card on the Citadel right now. Look at that. I would love to make you as strong as possible. Please don't die on me. You're gonna die on me, aren't you? Yeah, you're not gonna die on me. Power of Knowledge, come back to me. Come back to me. I need you one last time, just to save me from this. My favorite clan. That's a great question. So I think conceptually, I think that the Umbra are just like so cool. Like the concept of sacrificing your own units to be able to cause different effects, and then like the way in which you can play Umbra and whatnot. I think the Umbra are my favorite like designed clan, but to play, I think that whenever you can pull off a Melting Remnant combo, it's just so satisfying. Like if you can get those Reform combos where you're really like every turn buffing all the units on your floor because they're all getting Burnout or something like that. Like those are really, really fun decks to play. And then there's also like one of my favorite decks to play is the Incant deck where you just toss your whole hand, because that's just like stupid fun. I need to kill you somehow. That's just stupid fun. And sometimes things like that just come together, and sometimes they don't. But when they do, it's a good feeling. So we have lots of cheap cards, and we're just applying like a stupid amount of charged echoes. I really would like to be able to play this second Wurmkin somewhere, this guy somewhere. So I probably am going to draw him next turn. So I probably should load this floor up with echoes, kind of in advance. Let's do this. I want to get you back so that I can play you next turn. No, I want to get you back so I can play you next turn, because I want to give more melee weakness to Fel. I would love this card, but I think I need to kill you somehow. Am I going to be able to drop you? That's the problem, is I don't think I'm going to be able to drop this guy, because I just don't have enough, damage on Spine Chief. Spine Chief just doesn't really, like, scale at all. I don't have anything to scale you. So the good news is Force Contamination will drop this guy next turn, but, like, I'd prefer to drop him through other means. This will be good. It'll also keep you alive. We can burn one because it's going to burn off anyway. And then we'll Wildwood Sap you to get the extra magic power. Okay. So how's this looking? You're dead. You're going to get 33, and then I can kill you with my... Oh no, where's that card I thought I had? No, wait, where are you at? What? Huh? What? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. I accidentally clicked into Discord. Power of Knowledge. Deal 20 damage for each spell in the consumed pile. You are in the consumed pile. I need to bring you back from the dead. How can I do that? I don't have that card in my hand. They usually do better with them as an ally. That's interesting, actually, because they are tricky to make work as an ally. You really have to get the you really have to be able to get the burnout managed, and so some of their cards just like don't apply whenever they're allies. So you kind of have to look out for them. But that's cool that you that like you've already kind of started to figure out what you like as secondaries and whatnot. Because I think this is good, right? Yes, because I think they are powerful. They just like they need a little bit of, I don't want to say like babying, but they need a little bit of caretaking. You know, it takes a while to kind of get them up to stuff. Okay, I think we're fine here. Let's just play all these up top. You know what? Here's your present. I'm gonna give you some health. You can have it, because I want to get as many echoes as possible. We're gonna do melee weakness to you. 72. That's not great, but that's okay. You guys don't need it anymore, so we'll toss it down here, and then that. Oh yeah. Sweet. Yeah, no, Melting Remnant are like hard to get a handle on, but once you do, I think that they're like 2 or 3 different floors, or 2 or 3 different like play styles kind of fit. You can kind of get a hold on how you want to build your deck. A lot of the times, you really have to decide pretty early on whether you're going to be reforming a lot or you're going to be like keeping those units around for Burnout. So Lady the Reformed is a really good way to kind of like get a feeling for Melting Remnant. When you find a Lady the Reformed, play her down and then play all the Burnout cards behind it, and then just like try to keep her alive. That's a really easy way to start with Melting Remnant. I wouldn't say start, but like that's a really easy way to play them, and maybe just kind of like get your feet wet with them, or if you need the win, you need the quick win. You also could just reroll until you get Legion of Wax. Legion of Wax used to be super broken. I think it got better because they fixed it a little bit, but there was a time when it was a lot. Okay, Reap on you is not everything, but it will be fine. I would like to get as much Reap damage done to you as possible. Let's go here. Go there. You're gonna deal 49 damage at the end of this fight. It's not great. Chance on Melting Run strong. Terrible. Not really strong. I'm totally dead. You're completely correct. Little Fade. All of the Little Fade variants are. Maybe one of them is kind of strong early, but all of them are weak early. So Little Fade is a little spookier. The easiest, or not the easiest, but the strongest early game Melting Remnant card, or Melting Remnant champion, is Rector Flicker, and then the path that gives him just like a raw Burnout 3. Because he's like 60 damage or something absurd like that. So if you have a Burnout card, you can keep him alive. And once you're on Covenant rank 1, that's much easier, because then you can play him with like whatever cards you start with, right? So if you start with a couple of different cards, you can if one of those is like apply Burnout, you can use that to, there we go, 380. That's the kind of number I'm looking for. You can use that to keep him alive throughout the boss fight, because sometimes he just dies right off the bat, and so you want to avoid that. So if you don't have any Burnout, you have to play him like late in the combat, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, 413. I think we're good. You being multi-strike means you should get it. We'll heal you up as much as possible. Heal you up as much as possible. Give you some more health. Do the return soul, and then heal you up as much as possible. Boom. This is the furthest we've gotten. I think we died at Fell previously. I find I do better with Little Fade. Little Fade is complicated, so that is awesome. Like the craziness of Little Fade can be very. I have an idea. Adaptive Mutation could wipe these guys into like 75 damage, 5 health units for one that I could just play immediately if I needed to. No, because I would have to. No, because I have to play him first, and then I get the. Okay, never mind. That's not worth it. Anyway, yeah, Little Fade needs a lot of planning. She is a very tricky champion, but I think the benefits of her, like glass cannon kind of thing, super good. You also can get, I don't want to say lucky with Little Fade, but if your 3 cards that you draw fit her nicely, like some of the best runs in the game are having a Little Fade and then getting her whatever the knife card is that kills you, like that you can use to kill and it scales every time you play it. That is super nice. I think we go Herzals on this one. The more draw we have, the more often we're going to be able to scale up our relics, because we're not really hurting for energy at this point. So I feel like this is strong. Someone tell me it's not strong. Someone tell me I'm doing bad. Subsuming Blade, thank you. Because I feel like this is strong. I feel like our set is good. The only thing I can think of is maybe more magic upgrades on some of these guys. But I think unit-wise, we're fine. Need the Pyre health, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to go here. I think we need to toss a sap, maybe. Honestly, you're not so good anymore. Steel Enhancer, I think you've been overruled. So I'm gonna take you out. I am gonna do. What am I gonna do? I was thinking something crazy like this, or just a consume pile to make this bigger. No, yeah. Broken memories. I don't know what I'm thinking. Definitely broken memories. No. We do not need to mix units and get more pack shards. We're good. We're good on pack shards. Apply reap to enemy units. So anytime a skittle is played on this floor, you will give them the reap, which is awesome. The downside to that is that I'm losing the extra multi-strike. I don't think the reap is that good. I think we stick with the infector. I think you're just gonna make one floor just absolutely stacked because of the amount of like echoes that we're gonna be able to charge up. Hopefully earlier, we can get Spine Chief. Or not Spine Chief. We can get what you call Kin Host out there early. No. Do not want this. Do not want this. Okay. I think we need to play the Spine Chief on the middle floor per usual. Obviously can't play the Carapace yet, because I think he needs to be, or the Kin Host yet, because I think he needs to be, like, special. Or I think he needs to be charged up. Spine Chief, you are free. Broken Memories doesn't make any sense yet. While with Tome, we could just make you quick right off the bat. I like it. This is easy, I think. Sure, we'll just take one away, make it beefier. And then I'll be able to make a unit quick next turn. Okay. 260 is spooky. I should have maybe paid a little bit of attention to that. But melee weakness is going to help quite a bit. I need to extract 3 in order to have the melee weakness for it. So Anthrowolf, I totally agree. Spiky Little Fade is like the best Little Fade. The being able to sacrifice yourself for it is it's so good. Okay, so that was done. Oh, I need to make you quick, huh? I don't need to make you quick. I just need to get you out there with a bunch of echoes on the ground. The more consume spells, the better for this guy. I need to end with 2, so 2, 4. Oh, and I can't extract because I won't. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. So my problem here is I can't really decide between throwing you out there and getting the damage you need to kill this guy, and also I'm not going to be able to get enough. Not gonna be able to get enough extract because I have to play both of these cards to get enough extract to be able to get the force contamination. So if I play you and you, I'll have used 3 of my energy, and since I'll have used 3 of my energy, I can't play in the Carapace, or I can't play the melee weakness, which the Carapace will use to kill him. So like I can't kill this unit is essentially what all that boils down to, and that is terrifying. We might have bit off a little bit more than we could chew here. I have to balance these runs a little bit better. Who would have guessed? Who could have predicted this? That the risk reward in taking all of the risk would lead to bad consequences. So Power of Knowledge is not needed here. I think it's best to play you. Can't play you because. Oh, I thought that I didn't have enough. It applied a candy, and then, okay. All right, you go here. Wildwood Tomb. You're so tiny though. You're so tiny. Why'd I do this? Oh no. You need to go somewhere. Yeah, I think that was a big misplay. I didn't really consider that the unit needed to go down first before the extract happened, and that is going to cost me, I think, because I can't really play this carapace again. Yes. So I need to play it up top. I don't have it in my hand. The only thing that I can play up here that would kill you is Power of Knowledge, which I can bring back to my hand. But I need to get it to have a little bit more damage than 20 plus 12. So I need to play a couple of Consume cards. I don't have any Consume cards. So it's just gonna have to get played and deal like 20 damage. Hey, don't bash Covenant 8. I was stuck in the low Covenants for a long time. It takes a long time to kind of like get it to click, to get kind of like burst through the Covenants at a pretty quick pace. I think usually whenever you find like one set that works for you, you can kind of grind them to try to get a feel for the higher level Covenant difficulties and like things you can do and can't do. Also, trials are super important for being able to learn the way that should all work. I think Reap is needed. Just like bunch of Reap. And then we do this. Yes. Big brain time. I think the Pyre will knock him out with melee weakness. I think so. I think we're dead though. I may have to pause for 1 second. I have a tiny little thing that I need to take care of. And a little luck. Yeah, no, well, yeah, lots of luck. RNG plays a huge role in like how far you get, I think. Consume spells to the top of the profile. So the only consume spell that I have that would be useful in this situation is melee weakness. Thankfully, the melee weakness worked though, so that strategy actually is going to play out because we can throw this guy here. Forget that that's a random draw. All right, do it again. Give me this one. I'm not gonna be able to play it until next turn though, which is bad. Really bad. Really, really bad. I think we're dead. We're very dead. So too many artifacts, or too many fire shards. Like rip on, or not shards. What are they called? Candies. Too many candies. Too many shards. My brain just got fried. Thank you very much for watching. Leaving a like is the easiest way to support this channel and to let me know that you like the content. Much more Monster Train to come, and I'll see you in the next one.